This is the setting. War Memorial Stadium in Laramie, Wyoming. Sometimes it just seems the electricity is turned up for Saturday night college football on EA Sports. It's the UAB Blazers and the Wyoming Cowboys. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set up here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Back to you.
Keep that Super Doppler cranked up there, Holly. We'll look forward to it. And the Blazers ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. And they make the tackle on the return. There is a penalty marker on the play, and they might be backing up a bit. And it'll be first down for this offense after the personal foul. Looking for room, it's Harris. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. All right, guys, let's chat a little Wyoming. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense. Power football with the run.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clogged.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Gonna take a shot. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. And it's no good. He missed it. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. So the Cowboys offense heads onto the field to start this drive. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first. Makes a grab and room to run. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Looking to pass. It's Hughes. He'll try to do it himself. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
To the air on 1st down. Pressure coming. And down he goes.
And this defense continues to bring the heat. First sack of the day, setting the tone in the first quarter. They had 5 last week, ladies and gentlemen. So this defense has been affecting the quarterback and making him feel so uncomfortable.
The Cowboys with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Smashes him with the stiff arm.
And that's his 2nd big play for this defense. Man, he does such a great job locking into the quarterback, breaking on the football. 2 interceptions already in the first quarter.
The Blazers offense looks primed and ready to get things rolling here. Last drive ended after a long missed field goal, and they have it back ready to go to work. Fires to the middle. With the catch, it's Ferguson. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
Gain of 30. 1st down for the offense.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Burton. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
This is well within field goal range, but the kicker will stay on the sideline, and the offense will try to convert on 4th down. Makes a catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Under fire. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Looking to the big tight end. Touchdown, Blazers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, give him 1.
And I think the defense kind of understood what was coming. Back-to-back possessions where this offense threw interceptions, like they're going to want to get the run game going, and they were ready for it. Great job fitting the gaps and making good, solid tackles.
He'll try it again. Could be an alley. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Off play action on first down. He's looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. So they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Someone moved a little early and the offense will go backward. The officials offer the deal and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And just some general sloppiness from the offense with a false start will back them up 5. It's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Hughes. Dumps it off in the flats. Turning it on! Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
They'll move the tight end. Quarterback will keep it. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Back to pass on second down. Makes the catch. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached a break. It's UAB on top as we get a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. He might want another play. On third down, he drops the throw. Fires to the wideout. And the missed connection on third down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. And the Cowboys will punt it away on 4th down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. UAB comes out, the offense looking for a productive drive. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking downfield, it's Burton. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Now the play fake. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. Wyoming's offense heads out to get this drive started. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. On the move. He's brought down, just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wyoming.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Holmes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone. Did not work out as he stopped at the 13. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The Blazers moving quickly to the line. Looking for a man. It's Burton. Open on the left side is Smith. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy
snags it, and there's running room. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Blazers will snap it on 1st and 10. Trying play action. Makes the grab. It's Mims. Oh, he's got some space. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Gain of 24. 1st and goal, UAB.
The Blazers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Just keeps slinging it. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Complete. First catch of his career, and you see why they believe this freshman tight end can contribute early.
It's a really nice job by the defense staying disciplined there. The quarterback's trying to get it out on the right side. As soon as he makes the catch, though, down he goes. Really good job with the tackle.
Now rolling to the left. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. The play in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20 on a touchback.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Send the tight end in motion. Here's the give off the left side. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. And he won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout.
And you've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
To the air, it's Hughes. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Here's a heat. On the move to the left. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. And the Blazers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UAB.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
14, Wyoming, 7.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Makes a move. Gets it out to the 33 before he goes out of bounds. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. On the run, it's Harris. Tackled after a short gain, it'll be 2nd and 9.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Here comes the heat. He's got it down the middle. Oh, what a cut! They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running is able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Motion from the wideout. Showing off those sweet feet as he gets it to the 45. The Cowboys will use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Timeout taken by the offense is their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Trying to do it on the ground. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Back to pass, it's Burton. He uncorks one deep. Got it down the field. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll send out the kicker here. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. It is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. We start with Tennessee taking on the Texas A&M Aggies. And it's the home squad in one of those old-school fight-in-a-phone booth games. Neither team has been able to break out offensively, but it feels like the one that does will come away today with a signature win.
Smith with the grab over the middle. The Blazers will hustle to the line.
Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Back to pass, it's Burton. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but Great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it. And the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down. And the Blazers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Cowboys come out to get this drive started. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt. I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. They get him on the ground, and boy, they took the business end of that run as he picked up 8.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Tight end now in motion. Might as well stick with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Looks as if we have an injured Cowboy on the play. That's the sophomore running back they're taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking downfield, it's Hughes. Snagged out of the air. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
Looking for room, it's Holman. Fights off a defender. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You got to love that if you're the head coach. Watching your defense and watching the big fella at D-tackle play with that kind of relentless pursuit to the football. One of the reasons it's hard to run against them is they've got everybody playing with effort. Did you see him fly to the football and make that play on the outside? That was awesome.
Might be looking to run. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. And they'll send out the field goal unit.
Number 47.
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
To the air, it's Burton. Complete. Crosses the 30. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
At the 34.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Working that left side now. Breaks into the open. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
What's a great job by the quarterback there, understanding you're being blitzed, you know you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, so find the back, get it into his hands quickly, let him go pick up the first.
The Blazers have this offense rolling. Wants to throw on first down. Gets rid of it. It's complete on the right side. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Blazers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run play action. Looking for space to the left. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Touchdown, UAB! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
After the 9-yard completion, the playbook wide open on 2nd and 1. Scanning the field is Hughes. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
He'll get rid of it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
It'll be a draw. Knocked down from the tackle.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Outside the pocket, lets it go. A strike downfield. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
And, man, that has to be frustrating for this defense. You give up a big play. What do you want the secondary to do? Man, you've got to get pressure on the quarterback at some point. And it just, he kept going. He kept having...
Going for it all. And that one sails through the back of the end zone.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. back to pass. Makes the grab on the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Blazers headed quickly to the line. Dropping back, it's Burton. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's going to bring this one out. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Holman. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. And that one's incomplete as they tried to hit him with a big play on the final snap of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. He wants to change this route. He wants to throw it again. Looking deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Down he goes, and the defense